Hello everyone, Sean Iverson here. I am the creator of Pickleball Sign Up Hub. Today I'm going to show you how to mass create events using the copy feature. This works really well if your events are nice and uniform. They have the same times, the same number of participants, they're at the same location. And if that's the case, then you can use the mass copy feature to replicate events in the future very quickly, very easily. This is an alternative to the one-off create events feature, and let me show you how that works. First off, we're going to go into the club admin area. To do that, you click on the three horizontal lines at the top right-hand corner of your page, and then slide down to the admin option. From there, we can go into imports and mass updates, as the copy is a mass updating program, and then we click copy events. So our goal here today is going to be to replicate our mixer and our club play events into the future. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to copy the mixer to happen next week on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and then I'm going to copy the club play to occur on Tuesday and Thursday. And that will build a week schedule with alternating mixers and club plays. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the week copy feature as opposed to the single day feature to replicate that week that I've just built into the next month. So let's start by copying the 21st. We're going to choose a single day option, 21st, and it's going to show us that on the 21st we have two events. We're going to copy only the mixer. We could copy both events, but in my case I want to put the events on different days of the week. So I'm going to copy the mixer, and then I have to choose where I'm going to copy that mixer to. So I'm going to open up, I'm going to say that I'm going to copy it into next week starting the 24th, ending on the 28th, and I want to copy the mixer to be on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Okay, I do have the option to delete the events that happen on these days if any exist. Like if I make a mistake, say during a mass copy, and I want to replace it with different events, I can say yes, delete, and that will just clean up everything in the week before I do my copy. In this case, it's saying there are no existing events, and we knew that already. That week was completely bare. But if it wasn't, we could delete them as part of the copy process. Okay, so now that I've determined that I want to copy the mixer to Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I'm going to show the proposed new copied events. It's telling me 3 events are copied. That sounds reasonable. And they're going to be on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and all 3 of them are mixers. That looks really good, so I'm going to click the copy events for real button. It'll tell me 3 events were copied, and if I go and look over here, I do a refresh, lo and behold, we have 3 mixer events into next week. Now the reason that 2 of them are red and this one here is black, as the first 2 are available for sign up because they're within a week. The one last mixer here on the 28th isn't quite open to play. It'll turn red at 6 p.m. tonight as per our rules on the setup, not to make events available for sign up until a week before, starting at 6 p.m. So now that we have our mixer, we want to copy our club play to be on the Tuesday and the Thursday. So let's pop back over to our copy program, and we're going to just basically unselect the mixer and select the club play. We're copying to the same date range, so I can leave that the same, but I'm going to change my days I'm copying to be Tuesday and Thursday, and then I'm going to show the proposed events. And oops, I had accidentally not unchecked Friday. Let me uncheck Friday, show proposed events. 2 events are to be copied if you continue. There we see Tuesday and Thursday. Club plays, that looks really good. So I'm going to say copy events for real. 2 events were copied. Let me pop back over, do a refresh. Boom. And there we have our mixer, club play, mixer, just as we had wanted. Now I'm going to go and copy this entire week. Let's assume that it's exactly the same in the next week, and actually we can even copy it forward to an entire month just so you can see how that looks. And if there are small changes, like maybe the events might change a little bit, the event times might change a little bit, we can still do the mass copy and then go and edit the events after the fact. It's all a question of whether you find it easier to use the copy feature or the individual event creation feature. So again, it comes down to how uniform your events are. But let's go back over to copy events, and we're going to copy this week now forward. So let's go into copy events. I'm going to just start fresh because we're kind of changing from a single day to entire week, and we'll just make sure we use the entire week and that it's clearer. We're going to be copying the 24th to the 28th. 24th, and it by default goes until for a whole week, and so that's fine. It's saying here, showing us rather, all of the events that we have scheduled between this time period. We're going to select all of them and copy the entire week. And we're going to copy it to the following week, which is, say, 31st. And there's logic in here that will ensure that the start date we're copying to is the same day of the week as the week we're copying from. So in this case, the 24th is a Monday. It's going to force me also to use a Monday. And then I'm going to go and we're going to copy it for an entire month. So we'll go up to the 25th. Why not? Let's go to the 2nd. So now we're going to copy to the entire month. And because we don't have any events, we don't need to worry about deleting. We will show the proposed. There are 25 events that it's proposing to create. And you can see all of the details. That looks good to me. And then we're going to say copy events for real. 25 events were copied. I go back here and do a refresh. Boom. There you have everything being propagated into the proper weeks. And so we have April, everything's set up. Beautiful. So if your events are really uniform, this is a really fast and easy way to propagate your events forward. As I mentioned before, if you want to or need to, there's slight tweakings to be made. You can go into event changes and change something about the event after the fact. So that's where I'm going to leave it for now. Until next time, thank you very much for watching.